I'm not a chef, and welcome to Cooking for One Now, a cooking show for lonely people, by lonely people. Over the course of this show, you're going to learn to cook for yourself, because even though you should have done this a long time ago instead of being a totally unlovable loser, and then, let's face it, you really just should have put in more effort when you were in a relationship and didn't really cook for yourself then either, but now you don't have a choice because you have nobody and nothing at all. You're alone, and that's fine. So today we're cooking fish because she always said you should eat more fish, but oh boy, didn't listen to her then either, did you? We're going to be making barramundi in beetroot dressing with steamed vegetables. Now the thing I like about this recipe is that it hits all the same notes as the healthiest meal ever, chicken and vegetables, except with fish, if you mess up cooking it, you're not going to be quite as poisoned as if you use chicken. First we're going to heat up a fry pan with oil of any kind. I like to use extra virgin, because at least that way I feel like I'm better than something. Next we're going to take a pot, medium or large or whatever you have washed or not washed, and then add like this much-ish water to the bottom, and then we're going to add something called a steamer basket, which I did not have to Google, and that is for our steamed vegetables. Next you want to prepare your fish with a little bit of salt, pepper and rosemary sprinkled across the top, and then pressed in a little bit before putting it scale side down on that pan from a minute ago. Now, not many people know this, but Barramundi is actually short for Barack Obama's Monday morning meal. So while this food looks simple, it's actually like presidential quality level. Don't forget to flip it when one side looks done, so you can cook the other side. It's going to look kind of like brown and flaky, like your attitude towards those date nights that you love so much. While that's cooking, we're going to prepare the steamed vegetables by filling a pot with water and putting vegetables in it. I like Brussels sprouts and beans. Firstly because they're green like the grass on the other side seems to be, but also because they're the cheapest to buy frozen. So it's less of a waste of money when I don't end up eating them all and they stay on my shelf in the freezer forever. So when it comes to steaming vegetables, you just put them in there, and you put the lid on and then they're done. It'll be easy to know when they're finished because you're paranoid now that anything you're not looking at actively is thinking of leaving you. So you'll easily remember to just check it every few minutes and just make sure they're still, thank God, they're still there. And yeah, just stab them and it's probably fine. Now, if you're anything like me, it'll become apparent to you at this point that you really should have started on the vegetables and the dressing a whole lot sooner because the fish is cooking super quickly. So, once you've had a mini breakdown about how you can't even accomplish such a simple task as that, it's just time to rush the dressing in a state of complete and total panic. However, if you didn't start yet and you're just watching a video, there is still time to make the dressing in the normal steps and save the panic attack for later. Get some canned beetroot because, let's face it, you're not sure if the actual beetroot was that wet normally. Put a few slices of the beetroot in a hearty bowl and just mush it until it looks kind of like your broken breadcrumby heart. I used a fork, a lemon squeezer thing, 2 spoons, my bare hands, and tears. Then, if you remember that lame dweeby extra virgin from earlier, we're going to throw a tablespoon of that in with the beetroot along with a couple teaspoons of white wine vinegar, which you shouldn't drink unless you're really feeling it, and a teaspoon of honey, or, as we cooks like to call it, literally as much as you can get out of that thing because honey is... Add some salt and pepper if you want, and then that's done. Don't forget to check on the vegetables and see if your lack of multitasking skills has made you burn the fish. If you didn't mess it up like the complete and total idiot that you usually are, then hey, you did it. All you gotta do now is chuck on some garnish of, dill. That's a garnish. Isn't dill a pickle? Whatever. The green one you have in the cupboard that you just never use, put that in there, and then just a lemon. And hey, that's technically food. And there you have a simple meal that looks fancy, but is easy and might actually refill that void that is now your life. Next time, we're going to buy all the ingredients for dumplings, and then realize that dumplings are harder than we thought, and end up just ordering an entire family pizza for one and scrolling through our old Instagram posts.